And Singy, he likes pitching at home.
Well, truly for him, there is no place like home. He's been so dominant here. And as a teammate, you expect him when pitching at home this year to go out and dominate just as he has. The fans expect it. And I think everyone around here knows that he's a good pitcher. Even though we don't see the same splits on the road, we're going to start to see that translate as well.
All right, ready to get underway. And now here's the veteran DH, Yandy Diaz. That one clips the outside corner, and that's how this game gets started. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And ball 1.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Breaking ball misses down and away. In the air, right field. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
And now it's Brandon Lau. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. That misses the zone, and now it's even 1-1.
1 strike. No, that's down.
Squirts away a little bit. Runner at second, nobody out. That one misses, and the count is 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Count is full.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Cut on and miss, struck him out. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
This guy will throw any pitch at any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Here's the third baseman, Junior Caminero. There's the strike at the knees.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Fastball for a strike, and it's 0-2.
Absolutely frozen on that heater right down the middle, and that's a pitch you're just not getting back. Now he's in a tough spot, especially after falling behind on a good first pitch.
Runner at second here, one gone. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. So back-to-back strikeouts now, and they still haven't managed to do anything with the leadoff double.
Yeah, Boog, and you just don't want to get careless here. You've done a really good job to get 2 outs after that leadoff double, as you mentioned, and just got to execute your pitches, and it's a non-issue.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Stepping in, Jonathan Aranda. And a strike on the outside edge. Man on second, 2 down. Check swing, and he went. No balls, 2 strikes.
0-2.
Ball 1 there.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Now a fly ball to right center. Isbell sizing this one up. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. 1 left for Tampa. And now the Royals will get their first shot in a scoreless ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Kauffman Stadium. And on the hill today, Drew Rasmussen.
Well, what quickly stands out to me for this guy is that he comes in with a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio on the season. So when you consider consistency, the ability to get swings and misses, and to limit base runners, that's critical in winning games today, especially when teams are depending on the big swing, the home run, to win ball games.
And that misses. And the count is 1-1. That clips the corner. Next offering upstairs.
2-2.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And the right-hander deals. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. First pitch doesn't find the zone. One down, base is empty. Swing and a foul out of play.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
That clips a corner. Got him swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Fought off foul. Two outs, base is empty. Way out front for strike 2.
Looks really sharp at the
2
start of
strikes.
this one. This is how it's going to be today. It's going to be a tough one for this lineup.
Just
That
missing
missed, that's a
there.
ball.
And it's 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Next pitch
That's a
is
ball.
outside. And they'll do it again. The next pitch misses, and the count is filled up.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
The right-hander gives
Take
up
your
the
bait.
2-out
Ball 4.
walk. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
And here is Vinny Pasquantino. Check swing, and he went. That's strike one.
0-1.
Garcia, the runner at first with two gone. Rasmussen throws over.
No.
Garcia dives back in safely. Two outs. Rips one to right. Base hit. And now they'll have runners on the corners with two away. And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. First inning going a bit long. 23 pitches to this point.
Ball.
High in the air, out to right. Makes the grab, and that is the third out of the inning. Royals strand a pair. Scoreless after one. Back here in Kansas City, and now Christopher Morel.
Christopher Morel.
Waka back to work. Late swing fouled off. That's towards center. Isbell gets under it and makes the grab. And there's one away.
Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 15.
Josh Lowe next to hit for the Rays.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Headed down the line. Lofton on his way over. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Well, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
2 outs, base is empty. Now a chance for Jose Caballero. On the ground, right side. India over to first in time. And that is the inning. Rays held in check here. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. We head to the bottom of the second. Leading off, Jack Caglione.
Jack Caglione.
There's a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Comes up empty. That's strike two.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
That's down and in. Ground ball left side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. He makes the throw, but it's not in time. And they don't get the out.
Batting seventh, the third baseman, Nick Lofton.
Now the third baseman, Nick Lofton. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. Runner takes off. Jansen, great throw. He's out.
Well, this is a real momentum killer after the leadoff single. Tried to steal second base on the first pitch. Defense was all over it. Nicely done from behind the plate with the catch and throw. Then a quick tag before he reaches the base.
One down, base is empty.
Ball.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Freddie Ferguson behind the dish, calling the balls and strikes. And that is cut on and missed. 1-2. What about some no-nos? Like, you can't call the umpire blue the way you do in Little League or high school, right?
Yeah, even in the minor leagues, you'll learn quickly. You call the umpire blue. You better learn his name, and that's just part of being a professional player and even a major league player.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. That K is his third of the game.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
So up now for Kansas City, John Rave. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Royals bats are quiet there. We'll move to the third with no score. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. And stepping in is the speedy number 14. And a bunt towards third. And it goes just foul. On the ground, right side. India tosses to first and one away in the top of the third.
Batting ninth, the catcher, Danny Jansen.
Danny Jansen to hit here. That clips the inside corner for a strike.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
Next offering is fouled back. 1 out, bases empty. Next offering misses. Going to count 1-2. Got him swinging. He chased the changeup, and he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Yandy Diaz now led this game off with a double, but they weren't able to drive him in. And first offering is fouled off. Top of the third, no score. Just off the inside edge. Liner to second and picked on the hop. Tosses to first. Rays retired in order. Nothing doing for Tampa, and we are still scoreless. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Kyle Isbell. First pitch, and he just misses.
1-0. One and one.
That's inside.
Ball.
Next offering is down low. Hard hit right side. Takes it himself. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
The batter, number 6, second baseman, Jonathan.
Jonathan India at the plate. Struck out swinging his first time. That's off the inside corner, and it's 1-0.
1-0.
Went with the sweeper, but it misses.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
And another ball.
3-0.
And that one hit 97 on the gun. That finds the mark on the inside corner.
We got a full count.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. He forced a lot of pitches to be thrown and ends up collecting a hit.
Just a great at bat right there. Saw a lot of pitches.
7.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
One gone, runner at first. Bobby Witt Jr. digs in now. The shortstop takes the ball. India leads off first with one away. That one fouled off. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Line drive, and that's a base hit to right. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single.
Back-to-back base hits. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Runners at the corners here, one away. And next up for the Royals, Michael Garcia. He reached out a walk his first time. Runner on the go. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. There for the out. Runner scores from third. And now the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. That clips the corner. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens.
1-1.
Man at second. Outside and it's 2-1. Just missed.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position and a hitter's count.
Salvador Perez on deck for the Royals. Man on second, 2 down. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Did miss by much right there. Just couldn't get the
catcher,
call off
number
the inside
13.
corner.
First and second, 2 outs. Next is the Royals catcher, Salvador Perez. He's 0 for 1. That one's in there. Strike 1.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
And 1 and 2.
1-2.
On its way to the corner. And that will drop foul. Laboring here. About to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. And that one misses up and in. Ball 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Up and in, and it's 3 and 2. Jack Caglione next up for Kansas City. Two on, 2 outs. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. 3 innings complete. It's the Royals 1, the Rays nothing. Start of the 4th, and stepping in for the Rays, Brandon Lau. Late with the swing there.
Well, these Rays just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
And he chases that one. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Junior Caminero next to hit for the Rays. Struck out swinging his first time.
Oh, yeah.
And that's in for a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
And there's a ball. Rays down by a run. Stays alive. One down, base is empty. Got him swinging.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Aranda stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
1-1.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4.
Finish him.
And look out, as that one ran in and got him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch.
Number 24,
Christopher Morel next to hit for the Rays. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That one on its way. And it bangs off the foul pole. Home run. A 2-run shot. It's 2-1. He ambushed him right there, Siggy.
Yeah, swinging on that first pitch, and I think losing one over the fence is exactly what he had in mind as well. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something, but really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Low. Batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. And it's fouled away.
Finish him.
Two down, nobody on. It's in and out of his glove. Gets off a throw and saved. Couldn't recover from the misplay.
Now batting.
Well, with 2 outs, I'm thinking he had his mind on getting in the dugout so they could get to hitting. All it takes is just a little lapse in concentration. So now let's see if his pitcher will pick him up.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. Jose Caballero. 0 for 1 so far. Smoked on the ground to second. Fires over to first. And that is the inning. The Rays with a 2-run homer. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. And we're back. Bottom of the fourth. And to the plate for Kansas City, Jack Caglione.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Now a screamer into the outfield. And a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
So digging in, Nick Lofton. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to...
Runner on the move. Swing and a miss. Throw, and they got him.
Well, I think that was a hit and run right there. When you look at how far that pitch was out of the zone and the hitter still trying to put wood on it, put it in play, that tells you that they had something going. But unfortunately, it was a good job of execution by the pitcher and the catcher to get that out of the zone and then throw out the runner at second base. Really nice job behind the dish.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Way inside. Here's a 2-2.
Full count.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. foul ball, and it remains a full count. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. That's back. And it's out of here. Into the home bullpen for a homer. And we're all square. It's 2-2. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. So up now for Kansas City, John Reid. On the ground at first, Aranda. Steps on first for the out.
Now batting, center fielder Kyle Isbell.
And now it's Kyle Isbell. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. And that is out of play. Yo, 1. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a high fly ball hit in the air left center field. This one's got a chance. In 1, hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. And he's in at second with a 2-out double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it. And that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Now here's the leadoff hitter for the Royals, Jonathan India. 1 for 2. First pitch misses. Yeah, that's fouled off. Isbell on at second with 2 down. Swing and a ball popped in the air out to shallow center. That is the inning. But we're all tied up thanks to this solo homer. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at Kauffman Stadium, top 5, John Sciambi with Chris
14,
Singleton.
Chandler
And leading it off, number 14. Waka back to work. And a foul ball.
Well, these Rays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Fires across the diamond, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Now it's Jansen to hit. Struck out swinging his first time.
No, that's it.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low. Throwing the ball very well right now.
That one missed. Fouled off down the right side. Hit on the ground to short. Witt over to first. And the first two set down in the top of the fifth.
The batter, number 2, designated hitter, Yandy Diaz.
So the Rays batting order turns over. And next is the designated hitter, Yandy Diaz. Fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Now the tag at second, and he's out. Trying for 2. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. We've hit the halfway point. Tied 2-2.
Now pitching for the
Ryan
Rays,
Pepio gets handed the rock out of the
number
pen.
24.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Here's Bobby Witt Jr. He won the high school home run derby in 2018. They held the events between rounds during MLB's home run derby at Nationals Park.
Such a cool experience for Bobby Witt Jr. He had 8 homers in 76 seconds, hitting in front of major leaguers and 43,000 plus fans inside the stadium. Man, my adrenaline would have been pumping in that moment.
Ball.
Line drive. That's a base hit into right field. So a man on base to start the inning.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Next is the designated hitter, Michael Garcia. Late swing, fouled off. Nobody out, runner at first. That misses the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Garrett Clevenger warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Bradley, the right-hander, loosening up as well.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself in the scoring position.
Vinny Pasquantino in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Next offering finds the zone, and the count is full.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
High fly ball out towards left center. On the move to the gap. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino.
And now here is Vinny Pasquantino.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Pickoff move to first. Witt back on a dive. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
No balls, 1 strike.
And misses
Ball
inside. And a count 1-2. Witt leads off first with 1 away. And a swing and a miss. That's the second out.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still wait on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Salvador Perez steps in for the Royals. 0 for 2 in this one. That one close, ruled a ball. 1-0. Perez in his 14th season, 34-year-old vet, and he was born in Venezuela. Two outs.
2-0.
Pitch out, but no action. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. In the air, left field, down the line, and that'll fall for a base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
I feel like I've seen more balls, and this is speaking as a former outfielder, former center fielder, but more balls in this game just out of the reach. Sometimes the angle's not great. Other times, just got to give credit because the hitters hit the ball really hard and jumped off the bat. But one thing we do know is warmer temperatures are very, very favorable for the hitters.
0-1.
That one pulled foul.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Brings it in, and that will end the inning. So they strand a pair. 5 innings complete. We are tied 2-2. Top of the 6th inning. Lau at the plate.
The second baseman, Brandon Lau.
On the corner for a strike. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Outside with a breaking ball. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Junior Caminero getting ready to hit. Caminero struggling on the road this season. Better results at home. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that is ball 1. Little chopper rolls foul. 1 down, base is empty. Swing and a foul out of play. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. All tied up, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And that's a little bit high. 2-2.
Just not taking the bait right there, but a good pitch with 2 strikes.
And now the count filled up 3-2.
Count is full.
Good plate appearance
ball
there.
forward. Runner take the
Able to
base.
take the walk. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a
Now
walk.
batting, the first baseman.
And now it's going to be Jonathan Aranda. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Man at first, one away. Lined, and that's a base hit. Throw into third. And the throw's offline. Safe at third.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Michael Wacha will depart, and he's on the hook for the runners at second and third, so looking for some help there. Back in a minute.
Now pitching for the
New
Royals.
pitcher in the game for the Royals, Michael
Number
Lorenzen.
24.
And compared to a lot of
Michael
other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big
Lorenzen.
weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
So two in scoring position with one out. Christopher Morel next to hit for the Rays. Right through there for a strike. Caminero on third. Aranda at second with one away. Right side, hard hit. Throws to first in time.
The right fielder, number 15, Josh Lowe.
And now the right fielder, Josh Lowe.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
That misses,
1-0.
and that's ball one. Bullpen action for the Royals. Lucas Erceg, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Schreiber getting cranked up as well. Two outs with a runner at third. Fastball in the corner at the knees, and it's a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
And a swing and a miss there.
1-2's the count.
That one 95 to finish him off. A run, a hit, and a man left. 7, 8, 9 due up in the home half of the inning. Rays 3 and the Royals 2. Bottom of the 6th inning, and to the plate for Kansas City, Nick Lofton. First offering, and it
That's
just
the ball.
misses. Tampa Bay's bullpen
1-0.
with some action. Garrett Clevenger up and loosening in the pen. Line drive, caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know
Now
it didn't
batting,
produce a
the
hit,
left
but he
fielder.
made solid
Yeah.
contact, and that's all you're looking to do
Ray.
anytime you're at the plate.
John Rave steps in for the Royals. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Wow,
0-1.
we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
0-2.
Outside
Oh.
low. Now 1-2.
1-2.
Ground ball up the middle. Lau sends it to first. And that quickly 2 away.
The center fielder, number 28, Kyle.
And next up for the Royals, Kyle Isbell. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Inside.
Nope, that's in.
And that's ball one.
Yeah, we go beyond just fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Hoog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
This one in the air, center field. Under it. Drops into the glove, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down that time. 7th inning coming up. Rays 3 and the Royals 2. Back here in Kansas City, new inning getting started. Now up for Tampa Bay, Jose Caballero. Right through there for a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
And that one fouled off. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And now one away.
That was a well-executed slider away for the strikeout right there. First 2 pitches filled up the zone and got him ahead 0-2 in the count. And at that point, you can start expanding the zone as a pitcher. He made him chase and got the quick strikeout.
And now the center fielder has grounded out a couple of times. Swing and a ball popped in the air, and it stays fair. Around first, heading for 2. Around second now, as they still don't have it. Not in time. He's safe.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Punched that ball down the opposite field line. Just barely able to keep it fair, but once it dropped in, he was off and racing for the triple.
And now the catcher for the Rays, Danny Jansen. In for a strike. 0-1.
In the infield at the corners. Don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Line drive, and that's a base hit out of the left center field. In comes the runner from third, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Well, that's a lonely feeling for an outfielder. The read wasn't great, and it really hurts when it costs your team a run.
Now it's the DH, Yandy Diaz. And that drops in for a strike. And ball 1.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So up next, Brandon Lowe. And a foul ball. Jansen leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
Finish him.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Two outs.